Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Man Renegade Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Leonard Borgby, and today is Saturday. And tonight, we got live from the Minneapolis Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota, NXT Deadline. Of course, we have the Iron Survivor matches, which are known to be a part of Deadline. This is the third year they've done it now, so they are continuing with that tradition. So let's open up some more NXT cards. And yes, we're doing 2022 Panini NXT WWE. I don't know what's worded that way. That's weird. Because that's all I have for NXT left. That's all I have left. At least I think. It's still the only NXT stuff that I can find that I have, and I have a ton of it because I bought a whole case of these boxes. So we're gonna open up some more of these. But if you missed any previous wrestling related videos, head on up there. There's a big old playlist right up there. It's pretty massive. So if you're looking for something specific, certain year, product, brand, company, whatever, might be easy to search channel page. And while you're over there watching all the videos or just watching this video, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, hit the thumbs up, like this video, hit that share button, share this with everyone you know. Head down in the comments, tell me who you think's going to win all the matches tonight at NXT Deadline. And also check out the links in the description and all the information in the description for all my other internet stuff, eBay, Facebook, Instagram, X, all that stuff. Okay, so we're gonna open up another ways box. I've opened up, I don't even know how many of this is at this point. It probably says in the description of the video, but off the top of my head, I don't remember. But I've opened a bunch of these boxes because Panini refuses to make any more NXT products for some reason. I don't know why. Topps seemingly did them every year when they had the license, but NXT made this one, and that's been about it. Now, eventually, the license going back over to Topps Fanatics, so I'll see if they start doing more NXT stuff, or maybe if Panini decides, hey, you know what, we haven't done NXT in a few years, let's do another NXT. Actually, I'm not 100% sure when that whole thing runs out anyways. Okay, we're going to get into this, and we're going to talk about NXT Deadline happening tonight. And of course, we have the men's and women's Iron Survivor Challenge matches. And there's the NXT Championship match, tag match, and then an NXT Underground match. So we got Braun Breaker, who is, of course, now up on the main roster on Raw as the Intercontinental Champion, and Mandy Rose, who got let go from the company quite a while ago. No idea what she's doing these days, except for, her internet stuff, which, whatever. I don't know. Okay, 6 packs, 15 cards per pack, I believe. So let's see if we can find anything cool, and we'll see how many these people in this product are still even with NXT. And yeah, it's probably only a handful left. Like Blair Davenport, she's on SmackDown. Caden Carter is on Raw. Zion Quinn is no longer with the company. Neither is Dave Mastiff. Yeah, they still had NXT UK back when these came out. Neither is T-Bone. Gigi Dolan actually just returned. Sean, what's his name? Spears and Sean Spears and Brooke Jensen are trying to recruit her in their little gang. Oh, there's the other guy too. There's the other guy. There's a new guy. I forget his name. All right. Indy Hartwell, she's no longer with the company. Solis Co, of course, is the head of the table, the tribal chief of the new bloodline. Mandy Rose we talked about. She's no longer with the company. Amari Miller, I don't believe is. Roxanne Perez, of course, is the NXT Women's Champion. Giovanni Vinci, on SmackDown, I guess? I don't know. He came back, got kicked out of Imperium, left Raw, went to SmackDown. They did this vignettes of him being sort of like his NXT 2.0 character. And then he debuted, lost to Apollo Crews a couple times, I think, and then disappeared. So I don't know what's going on with him. Chad Gable, of course, this is like alumni one anyways, but he's still on Raw. And then SmackDown Paul. Oh, that's actually. Wait, is this yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We'll do a Raw pile, SmackDown pile. Actually, that'd be SmackDown. And then we'll just put all the NXT ones still with NXT. Shinsuke, he's on SmackDown now. The U.S. champion just beat LA Knight last Saturday on... but that's an insert. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's green. I don't know. Trying to make sense of these piles, but they probably won't make any sense. Tyler Bate is currently out injured, but he's on, technically I guess he's on Raw. All right, moving on. Come on. If I can open the, maybe not moving on. All right, come on. This pack better have something good in it because it's super hard to open. Senga, no longer with the company. A-Kid, okay. A-Kid is no longer A-Kid, but he is Axiom, and he will be fighting tonight as part of the tag team champions. Now, unlike his tag team partner, Nathan Fraser, who's doing double duty tonight because he's also in the Iron Survivor match, Axiom didn't qualify. Now, there's one little caveat to that, which we'll talk about when we get to the Iron Survivor match, but Nathan Fraser and Axiom are taking on the No Quarter Catch crew, Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I think Axiom and Nathan Fraser will still... I don't know. I'm a little... I mean, they've been teasing the issues between them for a while. I mean, they did lose the tag titles before and then got them back. Did they lose them here? You know what? I'm going to say they lose them. Because I think it's going to play into could play into maybe the Iron Survivor match. I guess it depends on the placement of the matches too. Dante Chen, he's still around doing stuff, I'm pretty sure. Amelia McKenzie, I don't think she's with the company anymore. Robert Stone's kind of, him and Stevie Turner are doing this little like Ava's assistant thing. So he's still around. Ikemen is no longer with the company. Cameron Grimes no longer with the company. Damon Kemp is no longer with the company. T.O. Man, nope. Charlie Dempson is currently the head of the No Quarter Catch crew and is the Heritage Cup champion. Wendy Chu is now like mysterious Wendy Chu. She's kind of like the mix of two former gimmicks. I mean, she's more still that gimmick, but also with like the dark side. I don't know. Wild Boar no longer with the company. Alexa Bliss potentially could be returning soon. And obviously, this is a like alumni card. I don't know if she would be on Raw and SmackDown. She hasn't been around for a while. Obviously, she had a child and stuff. But the rumors are she'll be back soon. I'm guessing Rumble. Put her up there with the alumni section. Or the alumni, NXT alumni. You know, actually, we'll make a different pile for that. Because... All right. Elton Prince on SmackDown. And then we got Finn Balor, who's currently on Raw with the... is part of the one half of the tag team champions. With JD McDonough and Judgment Day. That's some sort of champions parallel, I believe that's what those are called. Or not parallel, insert. Right. It's like a champions insert. Okay, next pack, if I can open this one. I don't know, these packs are giving me trouble today, I don't know. All right. Got Andre Chase. Unfortunately, Chase University no longer because of Ridge Holland, who defeated Andre Chase to win the number one contender spot and ending Chase U. Although they did a little tease, it wasn't this past week, but it was the week before, where they showed him like cleaning out his office, and then someone called to him. He turned around, and then it cut away. So we don't know what that was all about, but interesting. Io Sarai, Io Sky now. Of course, she's on Raw, and she's going to be challenging for the women's World Championship against Liv Morgan on Saturday's main event next week. Nathan Fraser, of course, he's tag team champions with Axiom or A-Kid as he was previously known. They will be challenging the tag titles we talk about, or they will be defending the tag titles, as I said, but Nathan Fraser is also in the Iron Man Challenge match, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Jordan Devlin we talked about, along with Finn Balor on Raw, Judgment Day, tag champions. Brooks Jensen is now with Shawn Spears and the other guy whose name is escaping me. They're trying to recruit Gigi Dolan, potentially. And also kind of feuding with Tony D'Angelo, but nothing scheduled for tonight in that regard. Odyssey Jones no longer with the company. Ginny no longer with the company. She retired, had a kid recently, or is pregnant, one of the two, and is married to Gunther. Elektra Lopez, she is on SmackDown with the actually I messed up the spell. That's their Raw SmackDown. Okay. Actually I think this is oh, look at the Zelton Prince. This is some sort of parallel. Which I'm probably missing other parallels. Whatever, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. Trent Seven, Flash Morgan Webster, they're no longer with the company. So Stark's on Raw. Saray, no longer with the company. Bianca Belair, of course, she's on. I guess technically she's on SmackDown. She's the women's part of the one half the women's tag champions, but of course, we'll see what happens with those because, what's her name? Jade Cargill, is injured, or maybe injured, storyline injured for sure, possibly really injured, unsure. But they haven't really addressed the tag titles yet, so we'll see what happens with those. Ilya Dragunov, unfortunately, currently out with an injury. That's a green parallel. And Braun Breaker, we discussed, is the current Intercontinental Champion on Raw. All right, moving on. Got Grayson Waller, who's, I guess, on SmackDown, Austin Theory tag teaming, but I haven't really been on recently, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with them. But Tiffany Stratton, of course, is Nia Jax's right-hand girl right now, sort of. But Candice LeRae's in the mix as well, but she's also got the Money in the Bank, so we'll see what happens with that. But she's on SmackDown. Tony D'Angelo, the current North American champion, kind of feuding with Brooks Jensen and Shawn Spears, sort of. Kenny Williams no longer with the company. Aoife Valkyrie, or Laya Valkyria, as she's known now, is up on Raw. Alba Fire. I can't remember if Alba Fire and what's her name, her partner there, the Witches or whatever they are. I can't remember if they're on SmackDown or Raw. I think they're technically on SmackDown, but I could be wrong. Danny Luna no longer with the company. Cruz del Toro up on Raw with the LWO. Amale, however you say it, no longer with the company. Katan Chance on Raw. Mark Andrews no longer with the company. Joe Coffey. Gallus was involved in the tag, but that was Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, so Joe Coffey was out there doing stuff, but not scheduled to do anything tonight, but still with NXT. Same Zayn, of course, he's on Raw right now. Got attacked by Drew McIntyre this past Raw. Mandy Rose we talked about. Shinsuke we already talked about as well. Oh my gosh, that's a highlight card. Whatever. All right, moving on. 2 more packs to go, and then we'll kind of go run down the card that I haven't discussed yet, and we'll talk about who I think is going to win. Primate no longer with the company. There's Mark Coffey to go along with Joe Coffey. Joe Gacy, he's up on Raw as part of the Wyatt Six. They will be fighting the Final Testament, or as I like to call them, the Prophets of Doom, next week on Raw. Triple H doing his thing as running the show, of course, but I don't know. I guess he's not really running NXT anymore, but sort of kind of involved. Ilya, we talked about, is injured. I guess technically he's on Raw. Tiger Turon, no longer with the company. Santos Escobar, he's on SmackDown. JC Jane, of course, part of Fatal Influence now. They're not scheduled to be involved with anything tonight, but still with NXT. Rampage Brown, no longer with the company. Julius Creed's up on Raw. Carmelo Hayes up on SmackDown. Cora Jade failed to qualify for the women's Iron Survivor, so not scheduled to do anything tonight. Shayna Baszler, she's on Raw. We got Blair Davenport, again, she's on SmackDown. And there's a silver. And then we got a Ricochet, who is now with AW. And then it's green. All right, final pack. Let's see what we get in this final pack of the box. Ivan Isle on Raw. Noam Dar's currently out injured. Josh Briggs, him and his Japanese partner didn't qualify for or lost in the tag thing. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite sure where that's all headed, but and the Japanese person, I can't think of his name. Bruce Creed on Raw. Fallon Henley is currently the women's North American champion, part of Fatal Influence with JC Jane. Wesley, he'll be involved in the men's Iron Survivor. Shy Samuels, not longer with the company. Ashton Smith, I don't think's with the company anymore. Von Wagner is no longer with the company. Jack Starr is no longer with the company. Joaquin Wilde up on Raw with LWO. Braun Breaker, we've talked about. He's on Raw. Intercontinental Champion. Tyler Breeze, technically not with the company anymore, but he still does stuff with Up, Up, Down, Down. So, and he does stuff with that. So there's sort of loosely, still works and does the Fanatics stuff with them sometimes. So still loosely with the company, but not technically with the company. We already talked about him, no longer with the company. And there's Solo Sikoa, which we talked about already. But all right, let's get into the matches. So I mentioned the tag title match, Nathan Frazier and Axiom defending against No Quarter Catch Crew. I feel like No Quarter Catch Crew might win. We also got Lola Vice versus Jada Parker in an NXT Underground match. I feel like they've been feuding for a while. This has got to be the blow-off, I'd imagine. So I think Lola Vice is going to win. That's kind of her match, sort of. And then we got Trick Williams taking on Ridge Holland for the NXT Championship. Now, a little thing on what happened this week on NXT, which could play into the match, is that Ridge Holland put Trick Williams through a table, and we went to the hospital. Ava then called in, said, "Oh, he says he's good. He'll be good to go for Saturday." So I don't know why they necessarily did that angle if something wasn't going to come of it, but I guess maybe they're just trying to play that he's going to be working injured in the match, I guess, unless there's more to it than that. I don't know. But it seemed kind of a weird thing to do, but then to say, "Oh yeah, he's going to be fine." It's like, why wouldn't you play it out to the paper or to the show and then not know whether he's going to be okay or not? I don't know why they did it that way, but whatever. Maybe there's more to it. We'll find out. I think Trick's going to win. But that part of it, I guess, puts it in a little bit of a doubt, but I still think Trick's going to win. Then we got the Iron Survivor matches. We got the women's one, which is Sol Ruka, Stephanie Vaquer, Zaria, and Julia, and Ren Sinclair. I feel like Stephanie Vaquer is going to win this. I only say that because Julia's already got a shot at Roxanne before. Now they have Stephanie Vaquer and been part of the Roxanne Perez feud with Cora Jade and Julia and whatever, but she hasn't gotten her actual shot, unless I'm forgetting. I don't think so though. So I think maybe it's her turn. They kind of all brawled at the end of Tuesday's show, so we'll see where that all goes. But I kind of feel like Stephanie Vaquer might be her chance there. And as far as the men's Iron Survivor match, we got Wesley, Javon Evans, Nathan Frazier doing double duty, Ethan Page, and then Eddie Thorpe. However, the last thing we saw on NXT this week was Eddie Thorpe laid out in the locker room. So, unsure who did it, unclear whether he's going to be okay and ready to go. I'm kind of leaning towards he's not going to be, and then there's going to be a special replacement of some sort. Who that will be, I don't know. But I feel like they set that up. It was because it's kind of weird. Why would you do that with Trick and then have him, he's okay, but then Eddie Thorpe do it with Eddie Thorpe, who just won the last, the second chance, whatever match to get in, then gets laid out. I don't know. There was a weird little thing where after Robert Stone and Stevie Turner were talking to Ava, they were kind of talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden it seemed like someone had come in the room, and they were all surprised. In the same way that Andre Chase was like, "Whoa, why?" The week before. Now I don't know if that's the same person necessarily, but they kind of didn't really like follow up on that. But then the next thing we see in the back is Eddie Thorpe laid out. So I'm guessing whoever that was that they saw maybe was who laid out Eddie Thorpe. And I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, who, if Eddie Thorpe's in, if he's replaced, who beat him up. Was it that person that maybe I don't know. It's all very up in the air. It's very intriguing. We'll find out on Saturday. But as far as who I think is going to win the match, Eddie Thorpe or not, it's a tough one. I don't know. But I feel like Nathan Fraser with the Axiom stuff, especially if they lose the tag titles, there could be something there. I don't know. I don't see him winning though. Javon Evans, I don't see him getting another shot quite yet. Ethan Page, I could see him getting another shot, but at the same time, it's like, haven't we done that with Trick Williams enough? So Wesley is the one that's intriguing to me. So I think I'm gonna go with Wesley on this, but I think Wesley is gonna win this. Just out of, unless it's the mystery man. I don't think Eddie Thorpe's gonna win. But if Eddie Thorpe's taken out and someone replaces him, I could see whoever that is possibly winning. But as far as what I'm gonna go with, what I know, as I almost knock over the camera, I'm gonna say Wesley. So there we go. That's all the matches taking place, unless they add something. I'm recording this a couple days ahead of time, so they could potentially add stuff. Actually, I'm trying to think. I don't know what time it starts. They've been starting the PLEs earlier and earlier, it seems like. So actually, I don't know when this starts. Hold on. Let me see if it says somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. No, I'm just getting stuff about Saturday Night's Main Event, which is next Saturday. Which next Saturday we will do a little. I'll try to do a little preview of Saturday Night's Main Event as well, because they're building it up basically as like kind of like a pay-per-view or a PLE, but it's not. Technically, it's not, but it seems that way. All right, so come on, where is it? I'm not now. It's Elimination Shader. I'm not even getting any information about NXT Deadline. Come on, where is it? Where's Deadline? I don't know. I'm guessing it starts at 7, but it might be 6. Let's see. What does this say? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. I'm really not seeing. That's not a good job, WWE. It should be like front and center coming this Saturday. NXT Deadline. Does it say it on the poster? Maybe. No, it just says Saturday, December 7th. I'm not seeing a time. I have actually no idea. So at some point on Saturday night on Peacock or WWE Network, this will be the final WWE PLE, I think, on the WWE Network before it goes away, because everything's going over Netflix or other places, and obviously United States of Peacock. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what time. Maybe 6, maybe 7. Pre-show start maybe at 5 or 6. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Check your local listings, I guess. I don't know. I can't find it anywhere. It doesn't say anywhere what the time is. So interesting. Let me just NXT Deadline. I mean, they might have said it on Tuesday, and I just didn't notice. But let's see. It says 5:30. Okay, so maybe the pre-show's at 5:30, and it starts at 6. Unless that means in Minnesota, which it might. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. All right, here we go. All right, I finally found it. Finally found the page. Wow, that wasn't easy to find. 7 o'clock. Okay, 7 o'clock, which means the pre-show's probably at either, I don't know if it's a half an hour pre-show or an hour pre-show. So either 6 or 6:30 pre-show. The PLE starts at 7. All right. Well, that said, that's going to do it for today. Like I said, come back next week. We'll do a little preview for Saturday night's main event, but come back every day. I'll be posted every day, sometimes multiple day. Like today. Earlier today was a Hangover Saturday video. If you missed that, go check it out. So just hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, so hit thumbs up, like this video, hit that share button. Share it with everyone, but also just, I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, just watch all the videos. Come back every day. Just do it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Enjoy NXT Deadline tonight. And then we'll come back for next week. We'll talk about Saturday's main event. So thank you, everyone, for watching. Stay safe. Have fun. Talk to you next time. Bye.